TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-way door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight at the Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Yes, we're at the right track tonight, and great to have you aboard here on the Dirt Slingin Outlaws Championship night for the Pro Late Models and the Super Late Models that will follow this one. And glad to have you aboard with Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil Lacasse here, along with my broadcast partner, back alongside Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton at the controls. And Todd, we come back to DSO on a Monday night, and tonight it's a time to crown champions, and I believe it's going to be by way of mathematics tonight. I think the Pro Late Models for certain. We're about to see our buddy Spencer Swafford dethrone the crown of the champions of the DSO Pro Late Models, but we have a great field of cars here tonight live at Eldora. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, great field of cars here tonight at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. I'm in the right place. No medicines taken here tonight. So hopefully on my A game here this evening. Got to welcome everybody to Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you guys for tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network. Is heat race number 1 already on grid, getting ready to roll off here out onto the speedway. It's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 07, that's Bailey Cardwell. It takes part of the outside 3D Racing Zone, number 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Inside row number 2, that's the 111, that's Russell Snellings. And outside of him will be the B14, that's Brian Wax. Inside row number 3, that's number 69, that's Brett Carter, and Curtis Uphoff rolls off in the 6th position in that 129 machine. Rolling off inside row number 4 in the 1S, that's Scott Schroyer, the Sidewinder Schroyer, in that number 1 machine. Now, his days apart on the outside will be the 7W, that will be Justin Witt, and shotgun on the field is Warren Samoy aboard that number 77.
So there you got it. 9 drivers going to take their way around the half mile at the Eldora Speedway. Great to have you aboard here tonight. 10 laps going to be heat race distances. Only the top 5 will transfer on into the main event. So a lot of drama to get there before it unfolds. Was going to go over here and say hello to my friends over via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. But I can unfortunately, say my first casualty of the evening. The browser had to go once again, Todd. For whatever reason, the Supers and the Pro Late Models, it does not like what I'm pushing here for PC hardware. We need to do something about this because I need to be able to communicate with our folks out there. I cannot. This does not make me happy.
Yeah, I got to say hi to Scott Bargloff out there, Thomas out there, Craig Pritchard, Justin Gledhill, David Chin, Dylan Hutchison, Dustin Helms, those guys out there. Those are the ones that I can see as of right now on my phone as we get ready to send this thing on its way off a turn number 4. The loud pedal will go down as soon as that pace truck removes itself from the speedway. It does. And we got the iRacing I-flag, green flag in the air. The 07 of Bailey Cardwell leads the charge down to turn number 1, down on the bottom, drifts up the track there in front of Driscoll. The 111 Snelling makes a little bit of run there, already up to that 2nd spot.
Yep, Snelling's to the inside, already up to that 2nd spot, up aboard to 63 of Cliff Driscoll. Cliff going to fight back on the outside. They're door-to-door off of 4, racing on for second. Bailey Cardwell, that number 07, he has that thing hooked up early on. He sprints us out to the race lead. He's over in 3 and 4. He can put 2 on the board.
Yeah, Cardwell doing a fantastic job. Another guy making moves here, the number 69 of Carter, way down to the bottom side. He started right around the 5th position. He's up to 2nd already, Phil.
And I had to look down at the standings. Who the heck's the 69? That is Brent Carter, a new name over here to us at DSO. Great to the 69 with us this week at Eldora. He is really doing a good job. Up to 2nd there off of turn number 4. Bailey Cardwell leads. And then you got that Brent Carter, number 69, in for 2nd. Race back there is for 3rd between Russell Stellings and Cliff Driscoll. And Scott Schroyer, for the time being, Todd, he has the final transfer spot in that number 1S.
Yeah, Schroyer down to the bottom side here, trying to get around the number 63 of Driscoll. So 2 different grooves right now as it's sitting here. Eldora as Driscoll now, even 3 different grooves as Driscoll tries the middle there for a moment. The 111 of Snelling now drops back into the middle. Driscoll tries back to the outside, and that number 63 machine is Schroyer trying to capitalize, trying to take over that 4th spot.
Sure is. Scott's got that 1 car rolling. He looks down to the low side, doing a hell of a job there off turn number 4, but it is all up front as we're halfway home here. Bailey Cardwell leading over Brent Carter, Russell Stelling, Scott Schroyer, Cliff Driscoll. He has fallen back to 5th. He's got a barrel full of Justin Witt in the 7 as they race at it. That's a good battle for the final transfer there over in 3.
A lot of wall pounding going on, and the 111 of Snelling makes the huge mistake, takes himself out of a transfer here at heat race number 1. As Snelling drops back to 6, Justin Witt, the benefactor of that one, working over the bottom there in that 7W, the MSR, number 7W Witt now down to the bottom of Driscoll, side-by-side battle for that 4th spot.
Good battle there for the 4th spot. Justin Witt down low under Driscoll, and pretty dang good race there off the corner. Look, who is that 3rd car out of the inside? I got to get a better camera than what I got here. Can't see these race cars at all. That's Russ Stellings in the 111 there, rolling in the 6th spot. Brian Wax to the B14. He's worked his way now up to the 6th spot. He's going to try to chase down Justin Witt. We're running out of time. We're already queued to go on the speedway for Bailey Cardwell.
Yeah, Bailey Cardwell setting a toward pace. Here comes the 69. Oh, inside wall as he hits it there a ton. We're on the final lap, but down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3, Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, picking up heat race number 1 is going to be Bailey Cardwell aboard the number 07 machine. 2nd going to go to Brent Carter, Scott Schroyer, Clifford Driscoll, and Justin Witt. Round out your 5 cars that will make it on to the A main. The rest will go to consolations.
They certainly will. They're going to include some pretty good names in there as well. You got the likes of Russ Stellings, Curtis Uphoff, Warren Savoy, Brian Wax. They'll be off into Consies that'll follow us here in heat racing action. Heat race number 2 bringing its way out to the racetrack now. And here's our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the pole, we welcome back the driver of car number 55. That is Steven Spees alongside the number 22 Mud Duck Racing Machine. That is J.D. Sassy. In row number 2, the 31 car is Mike Cron. And alongside the number 68, that is Darren Litterall. In row 3, the number 33, the Highside Hustler, Martin Karch. And alongside in car number 18, that is Mookie Haney. That's a fast row right there in that 3rd row. Row number 4, we got a couple of heavy ones here as well. Aboard car number 8, we find Cody Slauson. And our championship points leader rolls off position number 8. Car number 66 of Spencer Swafford rolling off of the outside of row number 4. And shotgun on the field, going to be the 126 of Cade Loudy. So the call is for 9. I think we have all 9, and only 5 can go on into the main event. And that's 8 or 9 pretty good little shoes we got out there. We're going to see some pretty good names there over in these consies here coming up in a little bit.
Yeah, good to see the cutoff line on the left of the screen. We'll leave it there momentarily. As you guys can see that, we'll try to go back to it. But as fast as dirt track racing happens here, I don't want to keep it up and ruin the image here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Just kind of showing you the names of the drivers here. We'll leave it up for a couple laps to see how you guys like it out there. Let us know if that's something you guys want to see up there. If you want to just see it go off the screen, that's something we can do just as quick here. Is iRacing.com. Pace truck down to pit road, waiting for the iRacing I-flag, green flag to come out. Off of turn number 4 for the 2nd time this evening. It's in the air, and we're racing. Look at the 31 of Cron fanning out here. 3 wide down into the corner.
Yeah, he certainly was. That was a hell of a start there for that 31 of Mike Cron. Going to try to make it happen to the low side off of turn number 2 this time. And into 3 and 4 to complete lap number 1. He's going to try to make his way around the 55 of Spees. J.D. Sassy also in that mix aboard the number 22. That's a sporty little race there. Steven Spees for the time being. He holds off a 31 for the race leading off of 2.
We got rid of the running order, blocking major amounts of the picture. We don't want that to happen here. Great racing going on here. Here comes the 1K of Martin Karch. Karch up into, I believe that's the third spot right now, as Karch in the 1K on a rail here at Eldora. The 68 pounded outside wall, almost 4 wide. Look up through the middle. The 66 is Swafford. Swafford moving up through the middle of the speedway. A little bit of contact there between himself and JD Sassy, but what a great race here going on. That's for around the 5th and 6th position.
Yeah, that is for a transfer spot. Spencer Swafford making it happen is at 66 up to the top lane. And he has that thing rolling. He passed Sassy up there. He's now going to make his way around Cade Loudy in the 126. Cade having a good run here early. I believe that's an all-white car there, the 126. He currently runs in the 5th spot. Cody Slauson also with number 8. He's also in that mix as well. It's a pretty good race. Also, Mookie Haney, the 18. You don't talk about Mookie outside the top 5. That's a good battle going on back there for that final transfer.
Yeah, Mookie Haney, I can't believe he's outside the top 5 right now in that number 18 machine. But Cody Slauson in that number 8 machine holding on to the final transfer. Trying to get around, that is going to be the 126 of Cade Loudy. All white car here tonight. No sponsors. Didn't have time to wrap it, but he brought it out here to the Speedway here for the final race of the Slingin Outlaw Pro Late Model Tour here at Eldora Speedway.
Yeah, doing a good job down here to turn number 1 and 2. Already working on lap number 7. Steven Spees is checked out away from Mike Cron. Martin Karch, the racing, but back here for 4th on back with Cade Loudy, Cody Slauson. You got Mookie Haney, Spencer Swafford, JD Sassy. Those 3 drivers on the outside looking in. How much is that going to change next time by off turn number 4th on? We're going to have 2 to go from the stand.
Great battle going on, as you're saying. There's going to be 2 laps to go, so Popsicle 6 in the air. Great battle going on for 6, but that's not the transfer spot. Right now, Slauson has got the transfer spot. We got his eyes on that spot. As we got a good battle for 6 between Haney, Swafford, and JD Sassy. Those guys outside the top 5. That's amazing.
That's usually names right there. You can talk about contending for a win in an A main. That's guys that may be going off into B and C mains here to see if they can't work their way into the main event. Bumping up here just a little bit, but off turn number 4, it's a checkered flag. Rolls up to the air. Heat race number 2 will go to the 55 of Steven Spees. Mike Cron will finish up 2nd. Martin Karch going to grab 3rd. Cade Loudy gets 4th. Cody Slauson grabs that final transfer spot. JD Sassy, Spencer Swafford, Mookie Haney, Darren Litterall. That is 4 really good shoes. They are off into consolation rounds. I am absolutely speechless. We are saying that, Todd. There is going to be some fireworks to be displayed in our consies that are going to follow up in our final heat race of the night. Heat race number 3, calling for 8 cars that is headed out to the track.
Yeah, final heat race, should say, before we go into consolation events here tonight. And it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 29 machine, 3D Racing Zone, Scott Dobbs. His days part of the outside, HRE Motorsports, number 78. That's Chris Arencia. Arencia aboard the number 78 machine. Inside row number 2, that's the number 6 machine. That is another 3D Racing machine. That is CJ Phillips. And outside of him will be Jason McSpard in the number 23 machine. Rolling off inside row number 3, that's a 26E machine. That is Eric Skelf. Outside of him will be Peyton Stevenson aboard the number 4 machine. Inside row number 4, that'll be the 114 machine. All duct tape numbers, for sale sign on the side of that machine.
Love it.
That is Christopher Hockley. So if you want to get a ride, get in here cheap in iRacing, get a hold of Christopher Hockley. He's got that car for sale. And his dad's part of the outside, driving the number 21 machine. That is Nathan Kassler.
$2. Think I get that car for $2? It's about what I got.
Yeah, you might be able to. You might be able to.
Maybe 50 cents by the time this night's over, too.
Yeah, it might be all smashed up. You might be able to get it. Peyton Stevenson not making the call here, Phil. So 7 cars out of 8 here. Getting ready for the green flag. Off of turn number 4. We're going to send heat race number 3 on its way. A little bit of Arincia, a little bit of pushy there on the start. Green flag's in the air. Arincia looked like he was going to try to get a jump there. Oh, Dobbs it around by his teammate. Off his front bumper. The 6 has got to feel really, really bad. CJ Phillips taking Dobbs around.
Well, Todd, we are into the first week of August. If anybody pays any attention, there may be stuff going on that you may be calling punting here pretty soon. And I'm not sure that one constitutes a punt, but an enema maybe from the 6 car to the back of a 29 of Scott Dobbs. He got woolly birded around, and tough break for Scott is he was a control car up front. The pole sitter starts every race, don't they? I don't know. That was tough.
Yeah, that was a wonky start to say the least here for these pro late models here at heat race number 3. And Dobbs unfortunately Not a good sign for that number 29 machine. I believe he's going to come down. I believe he did come down to the pit road. Nope, he's out there. So not a lot of damage to that machine, but CJ Phillips getting into the side of him there, sending Dobbs around. Dobbs was unable to save it as all the other cars were able to get around him there, Phil. So tough break for the number 29 machine to see if Dobbs can get himself back into a transfer spot.
Have to wait and see. I know that car at 29, he was kicked around all sorts of sideways with a handful of steering wheel trying to steer that thing back straight and somehow kept it off the other car. So that was pretty dang impressive right there. Scott Dobbs is going to drop to the back of the field.
Maybe award time for him.
That could be an award there for a good hand save right there. That could have been a big wreck, but it looks like this time through 3 and 4, we're getting ready to go back to racing, working lap number 4 now under the yellow. CJ Phillips going to take the pole here on the restart with Chris Arencia, Eric Scalf, Jason McSparron, and Nathan Castle are going to be our first 5 here. Those drivers going to restart in transfer spots as we work over to the east end of the speedway into turns number 3 and 4. I'm waiting for this time. I think we're going green here this time. I believe I was maybe a half a lap too soon, but off the turn, pace truck is in. Let's go back to racing a lot for shy of halfway.
Loud pedal is down. Good race here. Going to probably heat up for the lead here. The 78 of Chris Arencia. Remember, that's a backup car. If you follow their page, that's a backup car compared to his other car last night. A rough night for his other machine. So backup car for the number 78 machine now pushing up the track just a tad bit. That's going to leave the door wide open for the 26E machine of Scalf. Scalf looked to the bottom there momentarily, not able to get around him.
No, couldn't make the run down to the low side, and I wonder if that's going to be a normal thing here at Eldora tonight. Guys trying to find room down low and really having to use up somebody in front of him to do so there. CJ Phillips continues to lead over Chris Arencia. In third place there, you got Eric Scalf. Good race going on back here, fourth on back. You got Jason McSparron back there holding on. Chris Hockley is there. Scott Dobbs knocking on the door. And Nathan Castle, another guy that we usually talk about racing for wins in A mains. He is struggling to even make this one out of the transfer into the heat. Nathan Castle dropped back to 7th.
Yeah, dropped back to 7th position. Dobbs into a transfer spot. Hockley wasn't a transfer. He just rooted himself out of that by making love to the outside wall. Man, that's never a good thing. The 114 machine, a little bit of damage to the right side. That car is going to go down probably another quarter there, Phil.
$1.50. I'm down to $1.50 with that thing. Dropping out of a transfer. We don't want a car that's slow. But it's slowed enough. Well, you know this one's going away pretty quick because next time by, we're going to get white flag already on the field for that 6 car. CJ Phillips, a guy who's picked up many a wins here this season in the Pro Late Models, doing one hell of a job off the corner, 2-car length advantage over Chris Arencia down the back chute into turns number 3 and 4. For the final time is Arencia one more run to the low side. He's going to take a peek, but it's going to go up short. CJ Phillips will pick up the win. Arencia going to finish up second. Eric Scalf will get third. Scott Dobbs rallies back. He gets fourth, and Jason McSparron's number 23. He grabs a transfer spot. Looks like our 2 cars off into the consolations. Going to include Nathan Castle's number 21, and who's that other car there? There's Hockley. Chris Hockley's number 114. So they go off into our consolation events that are coming up. Well, right now, Todd, the first of 2 consies, B mains, whatever the heck you want to call them. They are going to be 10 laps in length, just like the heat races were. And the first of what is going to be 2 consies taking the top 4 out of the event are rolling onto the track as we speak.
Yeah, the first consi right there. They're staging down on pit road. Starting on the pole, going to be driving the 111. That's Russell Snelling. His dancing brother outside, driving the 21C car. That's Nathan Kassler. Inside row number 2. That's the number 66 machine. That's Spencer Swafford, the Red Rocket. And outside of him will be Warren Samoy aboard the number 77. Shotgun on the field will be the number 4 of Peyton Stevenson. I doubt Stevenson's going to make the call. Stevenson not making the call here. So 4 cars out there, Phil. That's just the constant you wanted to be a part of. 4 cars will make it on here to the feature.
That's right, because I look over to the second, consies lineup, and it's got 6 cars listed. They're only going to take 4 there, so you kind of almost wish I could have split them up, gave one of those guys a legitimate shot, because it looks like the 4 car done for the night. So I guess it's going to be one of these old-fashioned 4-car, 10-lap consolation races where everybody gets a ribbon. Maybe give him a trophy too. I'll see if that's in the budget.
Trophies.
A participation trophy for B main number 1 as we're going to work it off into turns number 3 and 4. I think this time by we are going to go racing for 10 more laps around with a whole lot of drama to play out, but maybe guys like Spofford can find his setup, Warren Samoy get some more time in Nathan Kastler struggled in his heat. Russell Snelling's rooted himself out of a transfer, so they all probably going to feel better if they're going to get into the A main. I guess this is time to work out those jitters. 10 more laps around. iRacing I flag. Green flag goes up in the air.
Green flag is up in the air, and these guys are racing down into turn one. Swafford way down to the bottom side there. The 66 machine is Kastler way up top. 3 wide for the race lead here. These guys are going to waste nothing at this one here, Phil. Slide job by Swafford out to the lead here. The C maintenance, the Taparoni there from the 111 of Snelling there. On Swafford does not make Swafford go around, but I tell you what, Kastler really got the momentum on the top shelf of the speedway. He takes over the lead.
Yep, 21 car. Nathan Kastler shoots his gap up to the top lane, puts himself up to the race lead, but Spencer Swafford going to fire right back up high in that 66. A high-low switch, 21 versus 66, racing off of the race lead. Kastler's going to have it. Swafford's going to look for it back again to the low side. That's a pretty dang good race with 4 cars. They're really putting on a show.
Yeah, fantastic show here is Warren Samoy up to second there, Phil. Good race for Warren Samoy here coming up there. And he's racing with some pretty heavy hitters as it's right now. As Swafford now peeks back down to the bottom side as Samoy gets a tad bit loose. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, puts Swafford back to P2.
P2, but Kastler going to lead the field off the corner this time. We're going to complete 4 laps in the book. Start lap number 5, so just about halfway home. 21 car making a little bit of love with the wall there through 1 and 2, and so it's a little bit, not enough to call anybody be concerned here yet, but 21 continues to lead. Warren Samoy holding on for second. It is at 66 of Spencer Swafford. He keeps peeking down to the inside, trying to find some running room there. It is really odd to see Spencer so off in one of these late models. So it's a fixed setups here out in the pros, but he's now up to second. And it's a strange occurrence, not only talking about him struggling, but in a B main of all things.
Yeah, definitely. One of these B mains, the consolation of that. Swafford in one of those. I tell you what, Kastler in one of those. I mean, what happened to this world? It's turned upside down here at Slingin Outlaws here tonight on championship night. Snelling putting on a torrid pace here in consolation event number 1 is 3 more laps remaining. Remember, this is the first of 2 builds here tonight. We have the pro late models all the way through the feature, and then immediately following that, we will get over to the super late models here. It'll be a different stream link, so guys, stay tuned. Is super late models will to be in after the pro late models are completed here tonight. But man, just stay tuned. It'll be a fantastic show all the way around. Championship night in the pro and supers as popsicle sticks in the air.
Yeah, 2 more trips around for Nathan Kastler. He's looking to spoil the party here in B main number 1. He leads the field this time through turns number 3 and 4 to complete. We said white flag up in the air for the 21 car down to the turn 1 and 2 for the final time. Spencer Swafford 4 car lengths in tow. Don't think he is going to have enough time as they work into 3 and 4. Checkered flag goes in the air. Give B main number 1 to Nathan Kastler's number 21. Spencer Swafford going to get 2. Russell Snelling's at 111 takes down the win. So I don't know why I was calling him Kastler. Why did I think I see 21 outside of that car? I am struggling. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Todd. I'm struggling here in Eldora. I'm trying to find a comfortable camera view. I'm not sure if they tarped off the outside of these walls or not, but yeah, we're going to work on this between races. I'm going to steal whatever you got for cameras because the ones I got,
fantastic.
They're just not working.
You'll love the camera views we got here. Even got the finish cameras, which is fantastic. But I should say B main number 2, consolation event number 2, already down there on pit road. They're rolling off onto the track, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 22, that's JD Sassy. The dancing part of the outside, driving the 129, that's Curtis Uphoff. Inside row number 2, that'll be the 114, still for sale out there, Phil. So we'll see if he can make it into the feature here this evening. Christopher Hockley aboard the 114 machine. And then Mookie Haney, the number 18, he rolls off in position number 4. Rolling off in position number 5, that is the B14, that's Brian Wax. Wax aboard the number 14. And then his dancing partner outside, driving the number 68 machine, that's Darren Litterall. Litterall in the number 68, beautifully prepared car, I tell you. Love the bright green out there in the 68 machine.
Sure do. That thing looks to be pretty awesome out there for Darren Litterall. Going to start from position number 6. The problem, he's got only 4 transfer on into the main event that follow us here. Main event going to be 30 laps tonight here in Eldora for the Pro Late Models, but we've got 1 more round. We got 4 more drivers to send off on into the main event. And who are they going to be? Because we're going to send a couple of them home here. And that's how these consolation races could be as we work into turn number 3 and 4. This time around, we should see the iRacing I flag. Green flag go up in the air as a pace truck dives on in for cover. JD Sassy, Curtis Uphoff, they lead the field to green.
Green flag's in the air, and these guys already fan out as the B14 of Brian Wax down to the bottom side there. Hockley already making a 3 wide on the bottom in the 114. He wants to go somewhere there as he's able to hold on to that 4th spot there, Phil. Remember, that's the final transfer spot, is up off, way up on the top side of the speedway.
Curtis trying to make it happen up high in that 129, but he's lost all his momentum up top. May lose a couple of positions as well, and that may not work out well for him as J.D. Sassy leads Mookie Haney up to second. Upoff left to fight with guys like Hockley, Litterall, Brian Wax of the B14 right there as well. 4 cars racing for what is about 2 positions. Top 2 trying to run away and hide there as time fell off of 3 and 4.
Yeah, what a run there for the 129 there momentarily as Upoff makes love to the outside wall. There's the B14 of Brian Wax able to get around him. And now Hockley just way up the track. Whale of a push in that 114 machine. Meanwhile, battle for the lead between Sassy and Haney. But I tell you what, Hockley almost went for a ride as Brian Wax up to 3rd.
Brian Wax is up to 3rd. That car making some time here at the half mile.
Oh, contact!
Eldora Speedway. We have contact in the back. We have yellow flag in the air. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hanover Record Service yellow flag here in B main number 2. Just as we begin to come to halfway, we slow the field back down, and I think it was a 114 of Hockley who may have been involved. The car was downgraded to $1.50. It may go down to $1.25. What happened to Hockley? I don't know. I think it was really tight. Maybe that's why he's selling it. Maybe the car's just straight up junk.
No, Hockley was running the bottom there. I don't know if the 68 knew he was going to slow down so fast as the 68, the Litterall came in there like a bat out of... Well, and then
like a bat out of hell, we'll be there till the morning comes.
I should say. He come in there with the number 68 machine, hit him. Not sure if it's just how fast Hockley slowed down there in the corner. I don't think Darren was really ready for that one.
That's right, Todd. I'm singing tonight. Must be a good night. I'm singing on air. I want an award. Do I get an award from when The Voice going to call me? America's Got Talent? Somebody? You had to go there.
They're giving them all out.
Nice
little yellow ribbon. You know, it could be white. I don't know. They change the colors a lot.
Is there a selfie station around?
Oh.
Are we going to have nap time?
I don't know. We'll have to ask the fans. Is there nap time involved in this? Does Full Velocity Racing Network get nap time? Hello to Brad Wheeler, Tyler Blankenship, Jason Minat, Mike Wiley out there, Trace Williams, Gary Piccolo was out there for a moment there. As lights are extinguished atop the iRacing.com pace truck. Going to go back to racing here with consolation event number 2. Slingin Outlaws Pro late models on their way off of turn 4. Green flag back out. Green flag goes back in the air. We got 3 laps to settle this one here. B main number 2. J.D. Sassy, Mookie Haney, Darren Litterall, now Brian Wax in that final transfer spot as they all come back together into turns number 3 and 4, racing it out. Who's going to hold on to it? We're going to have 2 to go at the line. We're going to drag racer lead. Mookie Haney versus J.D. Sassy. Give it to Sassy over in turn 1. Crossover maneuver to Sassy. Sassy back down to the bottom side by side here into turn number 3. Haney up on the middle side, up on the top shelf for the speedway, trying to let her dig. Sassy down there catfishing it at the line is J.D. Sassy with one more trip around the Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Great race for the top spot here in consolation event number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. Haney holds on to the lead. Sassy trying to throw the haymaker at him. Not going to be had. Mookie Haney going to take down the victory here in consolation event number 2. And then it's going to be J.D. Sassy, Darren Litterall, and Brian Wax. Those guys transfer on. And Curtis Upoff, that's a really good driver going home early, as is Chris Hockley. So I guess Chris has work to do if he's going to sell that race car, Todd, because not going to be off into the game end whatsoever. But we've got the field all loaded up for 30 laps around. But before we get the feature racing tonight, what do you say we take this thing trackside? Let's pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem.
Whose rough stripes
All right, back here live and your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Dirt Slingin Outlaws Championship Night here for the Pro Late Models here from the Rossburg, Ohio Eldora Speedway. About to come to you live in a living color for a 30-lap main event. So what do you say, Todd? We try this old school style main event presented by Voiles Trucking starting the lineup. Let's go to it.
And now your Voiles Trucking starting lineup, DSO Pro Late Models Championship Night at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Starting on the pole, driving the number 07, that'll be Bailey Cardwell. His dancer brother outside, driving the number 55 machine, that's Steven Spees.
Inside of row number 2, aboard the 3D Racing, car number 6, that is CJ Phillips. And alongside aboard car number 69, welcome to Full Velocity, Brent Carter.
Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, HRE Motorsports, all row number 3. Number 31 of Mike Cron, and outside of him, Chris Arencia aboard the number 78 machine.
A pair of DSO teammates inside of row number 4. The 1S to the inside is Scott Schroyer with the 1K alongside. That is Martin Karch.
Rolling off inside row number 5, that's a 26E machine, that's Eric Skelf, and outside of him, 3D Racing's own Clifford Driscoll aboard the number 63.
Guy who had a really good run in his heat rolls off position 11 tonight in the 126. That is Cade Loudy. And alongside aboard car number 29, Scott Dobbs.
Inside row number 7 in the 13th starting position, the MSR number 7W, that's Justin Witt. And Cody Slauson aboard the number 8 machine, going to roll off 14th.
Car number 23 rolls off tonight for position number 15. That is Jason McSparron. And alongside of the 111, Russ Snellings rolls off 16th.
Rolling off inside row number 9, that's Mookie Haney aboard the number 18. And the 66 is Spencer Swafford, the Red Rocket, starts 18th.
JD Sassy rolls off 19th on number 22 with Warren Savoy, 77, rolling out our top 20.
Rolling in off inside row number 11 in the 21st position, that's the 68, that's Darren Litterall. Nathan Kessler rolling off 22nd.
And shotgun on the field from 23rd tonight with the B14. That'll be Brian Wax. So 23 drivers, 30 laps around. It is going to be a short one. It is going to be lightning fast. We get some really good drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the wildest thrill ride of your life. Off of turn number 4, iRacing iFlag, green flag up in the air.
Green flag is in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway to turn number 1. Pole sitter not here. Barely Cardwell not answering the call. The 6 inherits the pole. That is CJ Phillips taking over the lead, and immediately right to a yellow flag here. Hanover Record Server's first yellow flag of the evening.
Sure is. First one of the night out here on the opening lap, and whatever the heck happened here. I'm not sure why the pole sitter was not there, but he was supposed to start for the pole. He is MIA at this point and maybe having to come out from the pit area. So the 07 of Bailey Cardwell going to rejoin the field. But our first yellow flag of the night just may have been, I'm not sure if that was something with contact out there or whatever the heck happened, but yellow for the first time. May have been something with the McSparron and the Mookie Haney machines, as those two cars, they're rolling to the rear of the field.
Yeah, McSparron around in a knot there off the front bumper of the number 18 of Mookie Haney. I think that's incidental. That's good old hard racing there. It looks like they just kind of got hooked together. McSparron getting the raw end of the stick there. The number 23 machine, he's going to have to restart last. But Bailey Cardwell has rolled himself out onto the speedway there, Phil. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do here from that 23rd starting position.
But maybe the front row challenge was instituted out here tonight. Maybe you got to nut up if you were going to start from the pole.
Double points, maybe.
Maybe take it from, start from the rear of the field. I'm not even sure what it may be, but can Bailey Cardwell do it in 30 laps? So the back to the front, he's got a lot of good cars. He is going to have to pass. And I guess we'll wait and see as this time by. The lights go out around the iRacing.com safety truck. We're going to go racing back here next time around and look at the front row here. CJ Phillips, Steven Spees. Good to see Steven back with us. Brent Carter in the number 69, an unknown name to us here at the network. Look at Mike Cron on the inside of row 2. That number 31, we know he's got a lot of speed of that race car. A lot of racing left to go. We're going to start it back up here. 4 laps going to be complete when we get back to the line. iRacing iFlag, green flag, finds yourself at turn number 4.
As green flag is out, the number 6 of CJ Phillips leads the charge down into turn number 1. The 55 is Steven Spees to the outside of Cron. Cron right now running in that 3rd spot. 4th is Chris Arencia able to come up through there. Here comes I believe that's the 1K machine of Martin Karch. His yellow flag going to fly once again here at Eldora. These guys just not getting it going here early on in the going.
No, Hanover Wrecker Service caution flag number 2. Going to find us right away on lap number 6. We slow it back down and up, boy.
Mr. Bad Luck himself.
Mr. Bad Luck himself, Todd says. Car number 29, Scott Dobbs involved. Was this a selfie?
Nah, he was checking up. It looked like he was checking up for the number 26 E machine as they were going down in the corner. He didn't want to run him over, but he got ran over from behind there by Cody Slauson. As Dobbs checks up, Slauson does not. Around goes Dobbs. Simple as that.
Why is it always the guy who, being nice, checking up that always gets punted from behind? I don't care what type of racing we're doing. It almost seems the guy that's trying to be the gentleman, let guys roll into the throttle, save their stuff, not use somebody up. The nice guys always seem to finish last. Why the heck is that in racing?
Well, a lot of times, and then they go and be aggressive, Phil, and then you get in trouble for that too. So
can't win.
Once you're a nice guy, you're always going to have to remain a nice guy because you become aggressive. They're going to put you to the tail anyway. So it's just one of those things, feast or famine.
Yeah, a lot of lonely nights if you're in that situation as well. You play that little violin, you sit around, you spend nights, and you do what you do, and I don't know what we're going to do here, but I think we got lights out around the speedway this time as we're working lap number 8 under the caution flag. Just as we left here, the last restart, CJ Phillips going to lead them back to green in the number 6 car. Alongside, going to be perched is a 55 of Steven Speed. Has a pretty cool little paint scheme there on the 55. They go at it. They're all nestled up, restacked and repacked, as my partner would say. Let's see if we get a green flag run this time as iRacing flag, green flag, returns to the racetrack beginning lap number 9.
Yeah, lap number 9 is we're trying to get our finish camera working. Was not working there for us, Phil. Is not sure what else happened here. So we're looking through here. The number 6 machine is CJ Phillips to the lead.
Somebody didn't go in the middle. And I'm not sure who it was that go in the middle, but they were up against the wall, and the entire group went down to, I think it was Cade Rod. I think it was all white car. As Swafford of the 66, he is big time sideways. We're 4 wide. They're getting hooked over. Oh, big hit to the outside wall in 3 and 4. That is going to put us on a yellow flag. I am not sure who's over there. Somebody took a savage hit, maybe upside down on their lid. Third hit of Wrecker Service yellow flag all night, and we get a junkyard started in turn number 3. BladeNode.com Full Velocity Racing Network Instant Replay will show that off, but somebody took a huge hit, and I believe it may have been, was a 16 of Darren Little. I believe that was the big one that was sent in the air.
Yeah, we had contact there, and it was weird because the 7W there comes down the track just a tad bit as he comes down there after getting hit there into Orencia. He comes back up the track into the 26E. Savage hit to the outside wall for the Eric Skelf machine. Then plowed into by the 66 and upside down. We have our first TDR Racing Turtle of the evening. That's going to belong to Darren Litterall. I guess we're going to score that one 2 points.
No, it's 1 point. Honestly, it is 1 point. Let's not confuse. Leaners are a few points. There's no leaners out there. All's fair is love or war.
That's 2 points. 1 point. 1 point.
1 point.
1 point on the lid. 1 point. He's
He's
close to the pin. There, that's how you call it. Close to the pin. He's the closest.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Todd. We're not playing horseshoes.
1 point.
1 point. That's right. Let's settle it right. 1 point.
You didn't hit the sand trap last time, so that's no points, Phil.
You know what? I don't know what to do with you. I just don't. Todd, I wouldn't hit the ground if I fell. That's the kind of luck
I don't know.
have.
We used to run in the sand traps for the fun of it on road courses, so yeah.
That's true. And we would do a lot of that, and one day we'll have to do that again. But off turn number 4, a single file restart. We're going to find us back to the iRacing flag, green flag. CJ Phillips going to lead off into turn number 1 and 2. Mike Crawn already going alongside of Steven Speed. So it's racing out for second as they're over in turn 3.
Yeah, good racing going on for a second. Cron trying to capture that away from Steven Speed. And that number 55 machine. Good 3-wide battle going on between Carter Karch and Arincia. Arincia way down to the bottom side. Gets up into Karch just a little bit. Uproots him just a tad there. The 1K machine now goes up the track. Arincia to the 5th spot there inside the top 5. Here comes the 63 of Driscoll now trying to steal that away from the 78 machine coming off of turn 4.
That's a water race cars right there trying to move around.
Oh, around goes Arincia.
Oh, Arincia's around. Yes, he is. And somehow doesn't catch anybody else in that one. That could have been huge. That could have been really big, but it was not. solo car around there. I know there was contact in the back of the 78. It was tough to tell where it was. I don't know if it was Karch or Driscoll. Somebody got into the back. Well, there, we sent us sort of a yellow flag for, what is this, yellow flag number 4, only working on lap number 17. These guys having a rough one tonight, the DSO Pro Late Model Series, but Chris Arencia there, he just went for a ride. It could have been a whole lot worse. He's lucky he didn't get T-boned.
Yeah, Arencia was already sideways coming into the corner. He was pretty much in control there in the 78 machine, and I believe that was one of the 1 machines, maybe the 1K. Yeah, the 1K getting into the back, kind of humps, well, hooks his bumper, humps his bumper. I'm going to say bumper humper for the 1K machine. Gets around the 78, and Arencia goes around. So does the 1K. So yeah, those two are going to have to join the tail end of the field. That's a tough break for both those drivers.
PG, Todd.
Woohoo!
PG, aren't we?
No, I think we were getting away from PG. I don't know.
Man, what are we going to do next? Gonna put a mask on, jump somebody from behind. I don't really know. Maybe Tressel was a scary nun like you did to me last night. I don't know. All I do know is I know we're gonna have a single file restart. We're past halfway, working lap number 19 here under the yellow flag. As Todd's trying to creep me out off in my other ear. Not sure that was over air
no, that
or
was
not.
over air. That was over
It was
air.
over air. Okay, well.
So they can hear some of the things I say once in a while.
That's good, because you do this to me constantly. You always try to throw me off my game, and guess that's why you got to keep me on my toes, keep me the best of the business, I guess. But off turn number 4, we're going to go back iRacing, I flag, green flag this time. CJ Phillips, going to lead Steven Spieth, Mike Cron, Brent Carter, Cliff Driscoll, your top 5. They're off in turn 1.
Yeah, CJ Phillips trying to keep that 3D racing train moving here. They won quite a few races. I believe this would be race number 4 or 5 for those guys winning here in the Pro Late Model Division. So he is trying to keep it going there with that number 6 machine. Steven Spieth right now running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Mike Cron. In the number 31 machine, Clifford Driscoll running in 4th.
Wrecking.
And now we got more wrecking. Phil says in my ear. I believe he probably said that over the air. As yellow flag going to fly. Another Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag. I'm going to get to it. BladeNote.com. Victory Lane. Yeah, we're going to go to Victory Lane.
Yeah, we're going to Victory Lane already. Yeah, there you go. How about a BladeNote.com full velocity instant replay?
Yeah, in Victory Lane.
Oh, that goes even one better right there. And I don't have the dump button to do it off air like you do. I got to talk to you. It's going to go over the air, so everybody's going to hear what I loudmouth has to say. But we slow the field down again. I believe we're going to see the lightning fast number 69 of Brent Carter get turned around here. And not sure he had help from the number 1 of Scott Schroyer or not. Todd will show that off on BladeNote.com. Full velocity is the replay as soon as he gets his big butt down to Victory Lane to push the dang button.
Yeah, we pushed that big button down there in Victory Lane, and we see
it's huge.
It is huge. It's the easy button, they call it. I don't know how to follow myself there. The 69 machine gets spun around there by the unmarked car. No wrap on the side of that. I can't remember who that was there, Phil.
Is that legal?
I don't know. Unmarked car. Drives right into the side of the 69 machine, brings them completely around. The 69 machine tries to save out Carter. Just keeps going around. Samoy finishes him off just a tad bit. 69 goes for a little bit of a spinneroonie there. And gets clobbered by a couple more cars on the way through. And now sits down there in the inside wall. That brings out the yellow flag.
I believe that's the 6th one here. Only on lap number 24. So Pro Late Models having a really tough night over here at DSO Championship night. I believe it's pretty much academic that we're going to talk to Spencer Swafford as the series champion. So I don't think there's any drama left to play there. But let's see who's going to be to take down the race win here tonight. CJ Phillips leading over Steven Spieth, Mike Cron, Cliff Driscoll. Mookie Haney has found his way to 5th. And how about Bailey Cardwell? He restarts 6th. iRacing guy flag, green flag goes up in the air. 25 laps now going up on the board.
Yeah, I think Bailey needed a few more green flag laps here. We've been added a lot of yellow flags. A good green flag run would go a long ways as it sits right now. The number 6 is CJ Phillips continues to lead. 2nd going to be Steven Spieth, Cron, Haney Driscoll, and Bailey Cardwell there. And the number 07 machine as he's looking down to the bottom of the 63 of Driscoll. Those guys fanning out quite a bit down the back straightaway.
Pretty good little picture here over to turn number 3 and 4. CJ Phillips trying to drive away and hide in car number 6. He leads the field off the corner, but they are racing hard behind him. Steven Spieth holding on. Mike Cron there for 3rd. Mookie Haney, Cliff Driscoll, Bailey Cardwell, even Warren Savoy. Good 4-car race for 4th on back. Still chasing the 6 car off turn 4.
Yeah, CJ Phillips, a man on the mission here tonight. He's led 26 of the 30 laps. I'll bet you that Pace Truck's led the most laps here, though, tonight. And that iRacing.com Pace Truck. So the 55 is Steven Spees running in that second spot. Mike Cron running third. Fourth is Mookie Haiti. Clifford Driscoll running in that fifth spot. Cardwell now running, looks like in the sixth position, but was able to get up alongside of the 63 for a moment there as he's working over the bottom as best he can, trying to get himself inside that top 5.
Yes, he is doing the best he can, but Todd, this time into turns over 3 and 4. White flag going to come out from the stand. 6 car is CJ Phillips running the extreme low side, takes the white flag. He'll dart the inside lane down into turns over 1 and 2. Can he hold on? He's about a quarter mile away down the back chute into turn over 3 and 4. Looks like he'll win this one going away. CJ Phillips going to win the Pro Late Model season finale here for the Dirt Slingin Outlaws. Second will go to Steven Spees. Third for Mookie Haney. Mike Cron going to finish up fourth. Cliff Driscoll gets a top 5. Bailey Cardwell, Warren Savoy, J.D. Sassy, Cade Lowdy, Russ Snelling's getting a top 10 with Brian Wax, Nathan Kassler, Cody Slauson, Chris Arencia, Eric Scalf rounding out our top 15. Martin Karch gets 16th, Jason McSparron 17th, Brent Carter 18th, Justin Witt finishes 19th, Scott Schroyer rounding out our top 20. Spencer Swafford finishing up 21st, Darren Litterall 22nd, and Scott Dobbs 23rd. But the big winner here tonight, Todd, leading the most laps, and well, besides the Pace Truck, CJ Phillips about went the distance. He led all 30. He'll go down to Bladeo.com victory lane here in the post race.
Yeah, CJ Phillips, definitely a good race for that number 6 machine. 3D Racing, got to be proud of him. Back down in victory lane, capturing yet another win here. Dirt Slingin Outlaws Pro Late Model Tour. Hero Season Championship. A little bit of a rough race for these guys. Not the norm here at Dirt Slingin Outlaws. Usually Scott Dobbs has a lot of bad luck, but this time the whole series had bad luck here tonight at Eldora.
Sure did, and we'll see if we can't get these guys all screened out really quick and talk to our top 3 here in the post-race show here at Dirt Slingin Outlaws Pro Late Model Series. We'll send Todd to victory lane to talk to CJ Phillips. We'll also talk to our second and third place finishers, those being Steven Spees. Trying to work on the button over here, just being very, very slow on my end. There we go. A little bit of pause right there. PC's not liking me tonight. We'll move into the post-race show presented by Bladeno.com. Tonight's race winner, CJ Phillips, Steven Spees for second, and our guest now, finishing up third tonight aboard car number 18, Mookie Haney. Mookie had to come from a very solid run from the back of the field tonight, 17th, up to a third-place run. You had to pass a lot of cars. You didn't have an awful lot of green flag racing to do so, bud. Tell us about your run.
Man, honestly, I was just trying to send it for the boys back at home the best I could, and I think we did all right.
I would say 17 to 3rd. I don't care how many green flag laps you get. You had to make something happen. Eldora, always a very tough, tricky little racetrack to get around. Was it a full moon tonight? You guys tore a whole lot of race cars up. Yours looks to be pretty clean for the most part, but a lot of guys around you didn't fare so well. Why the heck was that?
I think the biggest problem was this fixed setup. I don't know. People would go down a straightaway and their car would cock sideways, and they would, I don't know. It was a mess. I ain't raced like that in forever. One of my teammates got totaled out twice.
Well, we definitely caught it all. There was a whole lot of that here tonight, but Mookie got a solid third-place run here at the Eldora Speedway. Live on a Full Velocity Racing Network championship night over here for the DSO Pro Late Model Series. I'm going to give you the floor one more time. The big leap of the night from 17th to 3rd. I am sure you got a whole lot of people behind you would like to thank.
Yeah, I got a list of people I got to thank. iRacing Got Flag, Dirt All Access, Wall Tap by MH Design,
17.
Team Friday. I got Ohio Freshwater Adventures, Harrison Fabrication, and 34 Raceway, HRE Motorsports, you guys in the booth. I got a whole list.
Oh, that is a pro right there, folks. He's got it all written down. He's got them all out there. Terrific job tonight for the driver, car number 18, Mookie Haney. Going to finish up 3rd here at the Eldora Speed. We'll let him go back to it. We'll walk a little further down here. And talk to our driver finishing up second tonight aboard car number 55, our old friend Steven Spies. It's been a little while since we've talked to this fella. Steven down here, second place run. Not a lot of green flag laps tonight. It was about survival. You had track position, bud. Tell us about your race car. Wasn't good enough to even race on 6 car. CJ was hooked up.
Yeah, I think CJ was faster than me. I was getting a little too fast on the throttle coming off the corners as it slicked up, so I think that's where he was making time. And I saw on my relative that it looked like Mookie had a heck of a run. I don't know where he was running on the track. I think with the lap times, probably the top was starting to even out. But I about gave it away there at the end. I was looking down at lap times and stuff and got into the slick stuff, I think, on the white flag lap, and thought 2 or 3 guys were going to slip by me.
Almost happened. You guys were all juking and jiving for real estate. You hold on to a second place run. Trek are really slick. With a fixed setup with the Trek and slick like that, how much of a handful of these cars to drive knowing that everybody is on equal playing footing?
Yeah, it's tough because you have to have such fine throttle control coming off those corners. You hit it just a little bit too much, the back end's going to come out and somebody's going to get a nose under you. So, it takes a lot of concentration. CJ did a good job there. Probably lucky for me that we didn't have more green flag laps because I haven't really been racing a whole lot, kind of taking an easy season here, had some vacation this summer and whatnot. So, it certainly shows if you're not in here practicing and staying consistent. You see my finishes drop this season versus what they were the first couple. Scott let a bunch of fast guys into the league too, which I don't really appreciate.
Well, they keep coming out in droves, I'm going to tell you, man. But Steven Spies, do not sell yourself short, brother. You're pretty fast as well. You even take some time off. You get a second place run with these guys. That's a good night of work right there. I'll give you the microphone one more time here on Full Velocity on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Been a while since you've done this. Let's see if you can knock the pipes off and thank all the people out there you got to thank.
Yeah, it has been a long time, but thanks to the guys that run the league, Scott Martin, etc. Anybody that takes the time and effort to put something together and listen to all the whining and complaining deserves credit and kudos. I know they got some sponsorship and whatnot, good points fund. So it's a good league. Like I said, even though they've let some fast guys in here that can run rings around me, I'm still having a great time. And hopefully our Stars on Dirt team will get back together and have a league up and running again maybe this fall. We've kind of been just doing practice races every once in a while, so thank those guys for just hanging in there, and whenever we do get on and work together. So, and thank you guys. You always do a great job broadcasting, so even if the nights I didn't race, it's always fun to watch.
Well, we certainly appreciate that. Good to talk to our buddy aboard car number 55. Once again, Steven Spies gets second here tonight in the DSL Pro Late Models. A good run there, but only one more guy can run a whole lot better than that here tonight to lead all 30 laps of Eldora Speedway. 3D Racing Zone, number 6, CJ Phillips in Victory Lane with our buddy Todd.
Yeah, down here in BladeNode.com, Victory Lane with the driver of the 6 car, the 3D Racing number 6. That is CJ Phillips taking down yet another victory here, CJ. Fast car here this evening, leading all 30 laps. Obviously, attrition was in yellow flags was the talk of the race here tonight, but you were able to keep a lot of heavy hitters at bay. Tell us about your race.
In the heat race, kind of took out Scott Dobbs there, first lap going into the corner. I jumped the gun and tried to get under and made it a little 3 wide there, and he had no idea I was there. So first want to apologize to him. Other than that, I'm kind of just in the right place at the right time tonight. I wasn't the fastest car, but luck was on my side.
Yeah, definitely luck was on your side. I'm going to tell you, Scott being a teammate, he has bad luck making contact like that in the heat race. Hate bringing that up, but man, him going around like that, how mad was Scott at you? Was he not talking to you after that one?
No, we ain't got to talk about it yet, but he knows it wasn't anything intentional. When I got it, he kind of come down into me. He didn't know I was there. Like I said, I was kind of rushing it, getting underneath him, and I tried to tail swipe him back straight, which I think kind of worked out. So he got into the A main, so that was good at least.
Yeah, at least he's not going to let you not going to beat you up too much. But taking down the victory here tonight, there, CJ, and just showing how fast you've been here in the Pro Late Models as of late. You and your 3D Racing teammates, you've won quite a few races over the past 5 weeks.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Clifford Driscoll. He ended up winning the points championship tonight. Been very consistent all year, never got a win, but walks away with the points championship. I won 4 of 8 and walk away third, so it pays to be consistent for sure.
It definitely pays to be consistent. We're going to give you the microphone one last time here, CJ, and let you get ready for the super late models. Thank you. We'd like to thank here tonight at Full Velocity Race Network. We had a lot of viewers out here tonight.
All right, yeah, first I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank my wife and the kiddos tonight. That's the only reason I'm able to do this tonight. Everybody at 3D Race, and once again, big shout out to Clifford on the points win. Ken Skins Custom Paints for iRacing. This guy does great work. You can see my car. It looks great. Look him up on Trading Paints and Facebook, of course. Cedar Creek Beef Jerky, J&P Home Inspections, West Side Signs, One Shot Recycling. Just everybody at 3D Racing. We really help each other. Made a lot of progress in the last 6 months, and we look to go to the top for sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up another win here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. CJ Phillips aboard the 3D Racing machine, Phil. What a great race there for CJ, able to lead that wire to wire. Yes, there was a lot of yellow flags, but not the norm here with their Slingin Outlaws. So Eldora proven to be a little bit difficult for these guys, like they were saying, a little bit difficult with the setup too.
It certainly was, and you hate it for those guys. They're really good drivers, really great league, and just had kind of an off night. But it was who it was there. I believe they say that Cliff Driscoll that may have taken down the points champion as we let CJ get back to it, celebrate down here with the team. Sir, exactly. I guess we'll have to wait. I know they're going to tally up the points. I guess we'll announce that during the super late model coverage here. We come back on the airwaves in probably about 10 minutes from now. We'll definitely interview our pro late model champion as well there on that one as well. So we'll let you guys get back to it, get our link switched over. Got to thank all these guys, DSL, once again for our great sponsors. Got to thank Head Over Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNote.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent. For Todd, Jack, Ron, Martin, I'm Phil. We'll see you back here live about 10 minutes from now. Super late models coming up next.